Be advised that this is designed for more intermediate. Welcome to today's practice. It is recommended that you have some music playing in the background, especially during some quiet moments. Also, be advised that this is designed for more intermediate practitioners, but there will be options for beginner levels as well. With that being said, I thank you for joining us, and let's begin our practice. Let's meet in hero pose, climbing onto our knees, bringing our hips to our ankles, finding a nice long spine. We begin by placing our left hand on our lap, followed by the right on top of the left, palms facing towards the sky, opening our hearts and breathing deep. Take this time while breathing deep to let go of what does not serve you in the present moment. You've already achieved the hardest part, which is showing up. Take stock of where you are. Simply notice how you feel. Focus on grounding down with the tailbone, reaching up with the crown of the head, elongating the spine, filling in your tummy and your heart space as you inhale, bringing your navel to the spine as you exhale. A good way to focus your breath is to give yourself a count of 5 as you inhale, and then giving yourself a pause for 1 beat, then exhaling for 5 counts. This is better referred to as the box breath. And the great thing about box breath is it can adjust according to your needs. So you can have counts of 4 or 3 or even 6 or 7 or 8. Now when you're ready, on your next exhale, allow your chin to reach towards your chest. And then inhale, roll your head over to the left side, allowing your left ear to reach down towards your left shoulder. Allowing the breath to carry you, exhale your chin to your chest, and then inhale, roll your neck gently to the right, right ear reaching to right shoulder. And repeat a few times on either side at your own pace, using your breath as a guide. Keeping mindful that the rest of the body remains the same. The only part of the body that should be in motion is from the neck up. And forward and down, up to inhale, forward and down to exhale. After that, alternate backwards at your own pace using your own breath. And when you're ready, inhale, swoop your arms up, bring yourself into a twist, placing your right hand on left knee, left hand behind you. look past your left shoulder, breathing length into the spine, exhaling into the twist, avoiding any crunching sensations you may think that are necessary. Find fluidity in your movements as you move into the other side of your twist to the right. This time, left hand to right leg, right palm behind you, looking past your right shoulder this time, continuing to breathe deep. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist deeper. Finding places of softness whenever you exhale. We bring ourselves to up and overs next. Inhale, swoop the arms up, drop the left palm to your left, and go swing your arms up and over from the right side. Now switch. We're going to drop the right hand, bring the left arm up and over with your inhale, finding length in the left side body. Then we'll repeat this process on both sides using your breath as a guide. I like to inhale to bring it up and over, provide myself one round of inhale and exhale, and switch. Continuing to use the breath to guide you, we're moving into seated cat-cows on our knees. So simply start by placing your palms on your knees. We inhale, bend the elbows, open the chest, look up. Lengthen the arms out, arch the back, bringing navel to spine, and dropping chin to chest to exhale. Repeat. Inhale, open the chest, bend the elbows, look up. And then exhale, navel to spine, arch the back, chin to chest, arms lengthen. Repeat using your breath. Take your time here because this is your body following your needs in the present moment. You can take as much or as little time with each breath as you need. Just allow deep breathing to guide you. Complete your last round of cat and cow, and we will transition next onto our hands and knees in tabletop position. From here, we will go into our down dog. Begin by curling the toes under, keeping the knees bent. Allow your hips to peel up towards the sky, having your fingers spread widely apart, clawing into those fingertips, allowing your heels to reach towards the mat. Give yourself a nice back stretch here, opening through the shoulders, allowing your head and neck to relax. Take some time to pedal it out here, bending one knee and the other, stretching out the hamstrings, opening the hips. Take your time here, enjoy the sensation, warming up the body. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. We're going to lift the left leg way up high, bending that knee and opening our hips to where our left hip is stacked above the right. Simply staying in this pose, finding stillness for a moment, breathe, and then exhale. Draw that knee in towards the chest, look forward, and plant that left foot between the left and right hands, dropping that back knee for low lunge. Heel toe that left foot to spill the toes off the left side of the mat. Plant the right palm in center and open the left hand up towards the sky. Bow and arrow that hand up, breathe in, And exhale, draw that left elbow down towards the mat. You may want to grab a block here for support, but if not, allow your elbows to remain on the mat as we stay here for a few moments in lizard pose. This will open our right hip flexor, and this will allow a little bit more flexibility for our day. Allow your breath to remain deep and conscious. Breathe through the belly here. For the next few moments, continue to breathe deep. You could either allow your head to remain levitating over the hands, or you can rest it on a block. We're going to hold this pose for about 2 minutes. Okay, go ahead and plant the palms next to one another back on your mat. And from here, we're going to pivot that right leg clockwise a quarter turn, lengthen that left leg, pick at me if you need to, and we'll plant the right palm on the mat and extend the left up towards the sky. Breathe in and exhale, allow that arm to go up and over the head for extended side angle. From here, imagine a little angel pulling your left hand up, bringing your torso back to center, arms open wide. Place that left hand on your back leg and bringing your right arm up and over, looking up into your right hand. Exhale, bringing both hands down to your right side, straightening out your legs. We bring ourselves to three-legged dog, right leg. Exhale, chaturanga to upward facing dog. Having our knees lifted, we inhale, curl the toes back under and lower to down dog. Pedal it out once or twice, breathe deep, take a couple breaths. This time we inhale, bring the right leg up high, bend that right knee, stacking the hips, keeping the weight evenly distributed on the left and right hands. We exhale, arch our back, knee to chest and nose, and plant that right foot between the palms. Inhale, look up. Then we heel toe the right foot to spill outside the right side of the mat. Plant the right palm to center and inhale, open the heart space, reaching the left hand to the sky. Exhale, lower the left elbow down to the mat, having the right elbow to join. Coming down to lizard pose, right leg. Opening the left hip flexor this time. Take a couple of moments to breathe deep and notice the sensation. Allowing your hips to drop ever so slightly, keeping them in alignment. Find a moment of stillness. With your inhale, find expansion, and with every exhale, find softness. Now, when you're ready, bring yourself back up onto your palms. We're going to pivot the left leg this time counterclockwise, spilling out from the long edge of your mat. Again, peek if you need to. Extend that right leg out straight. Plant the left hand onto the mat, open wide with the right with your inhale, and exhale, reach your arm all the way up and beyond the top short edge of your mat. Looking up at your hand, opening the heart space. Keep your abdomen activated here, breathing deep. On your next exhale, bringing that right hand back to the mat, unravel. We're going to inhale, three-legged dog, bringing your right leg up towards the sky, and chaturanga to upward facing dog. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. So if you want to take a chance to do a small child's pose and pause the video, we will meet in down dog. All right, we inhale, look forward, step to the top edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long neck. Exhale, fold. Relax the head and neck, shaking yes and no. Then we inhale, slowly roll all the way up to Tadasana. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, have them float down and meet at the heart center. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Take a moment just noticing without judgment. And then we move forward by inhaling, swooping the arms up, moving to chair pose, bringing the hips down and back, knees not bending beyond the toes, heart opens, arms in lines with the ears. And then we exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the palms, bring the feet back. We are in plank, lowering all the way down. Inhale, lift the head just slightly for cobra, pressing into your foundation. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to all fours, bringing ourselves all the way up to downward facing dog. All right, my friends, take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, we're going to lift the left leg up high, stacking the hips once more, bending that left knee, and draw some small circles, clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever suits you first. Opening up the hips, and then we switch rotation. Peek if you need to. Inhale, look forward, and we're bringing ourselves down into a pigeon pose, having that front leg cross in front of you. I'm going to inhale, look up. Make sure your torso is nice and long. Now you can use a block under your hips here for support. Everyone's in a different place. And then exhale, we lower all the way down. You can take another block so you can rest your head. And we relax into the pose, using each breath to find expansion and softness. Take a few moments here just to notice how you feel, to find ease in the current moment, to accept where you are and to let go of what no longer serves you. And when you're ready, go ahead and curl your back toes under to come out of the pose. Lift that kneecap and inhale. We're going from three-legged dog, lifting your left leg all the way up and bringing it up into a high lunge this time. We inhale, look forward, and then we bring our right foot to pivot, facing towards the front right corner of the mat, using your torso strength to lift you all the way up, having the palms above your head, facing one another. We meet in Warrior One, opening the heart space, looking forward, feeling strength, feeling powerful. We are strong. We breathe deep. bending deeper into that front knee, but not so far to where it is beyond your front toes. Make sure to keep your hips nice and even, and then we exhale, open our arms out wide to warrior two, having your focus beyond the front pointing fingers. In consideration of your footing, your feet should be about at a 45-degree angle from one another. But when you're ready, reach that front hand forward, inhale, drop the back hand, and exhale up and over, bring that front hand up and over the head for peaceful warrior. Looking at that palm, finding openness in the left side body, we exhale, back up to warrior two. Inhale, bring those hands back up high for warrior one, and then open to the opposite direction this time for reverse warrior for a twist. This time we exhale, bringing our left hand to the back leg, right hand up and over, and then we exhale, bring our hands both all the way back to the mat for our lunge. Planting the right palm, we lift our left hand up high for a twist, finding opposition in the belly against the leg, and then we exhale, drop that palm. We switch, we plant the left palm, lift the right hand up high, and going into extended side angle, we exhale, have the palm reach beyond our head, and then we exhale, bringing the palm all the way down. Bring that front foot all the way back, three-legged dog, and chaturanga to up dog. Take a deep breath. Then we exhale and meet in downward dog. Take this opportunity to child's pose if you need to. When you're ready, we're going to lift the right leg up high, bend the knee as before, stacking the hips, hands equally pressed, and rotate that right leg this time. Now this is a more intense practice flow to get the energy flowing, to feel energized, to help the body feel awake and alive. And if this is too intense for you, have the leg simply just staying out halfway up. Inhale, lift that leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Plant that right foot up into between the hands. Inhale, look forward. Pivot that back foot 45 degrees to the left. And then inhale, swoop the arms forward, up and back using your torso strength, warrior one. Nice low lunge. We're going to inhale in, breathe deep, take a moment. Continuing to use your breath to find openness in the heart space, giving yourself plenty of room, and then we exhale, open the hands out wide, looking towards your right hand and beyond, warrior two. Take a deep breath, drop that tailbone slightly, reach forward as you inhale, then we flip that front palm, drop the back, and we will meet in our peaceful warrior. You can have your left hand on your leg or wrap it behind you, and even wrap those fingers around your right thigh for a bind, looking at your right fingers. We exhale, bring our hands forward, and inhale, lift our hands back up to warrior one, preparing for our reverse warrior. Exhale for our twists. You may notice a change or difference in the first warrior. You may have a little more difficulty this time, which is normal. We drop that right hand up to our thigh, our back thigh, and bring our left hand up and over and look up. When you're ready, go ahead and drop those hands back to the mat, planting the right hand on the mat. Inhale, lifting the left hand way up high. From here, we bring our hand up and over. Go ahead and switch. Plant the left hand this time for a little opposition twist, reaching the right hand up all the way up towards the sky, opening the heart space, finding opposition from the leg and the tummy, and planting the palm, framing the foot, bringing ourselves to three-legged dog with an inhale, and chaturanga to upward facing dog. Now this time, we're going to bring ourselves back to tabletop, bring the toes to touch, open the knees out wide as the mat, and walk your palms forward, bringing ourselves to extended child's pose for a small rest. Take 3 to 5 breaths at your pace. Gently lower the forehead to the mat. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. Notice how you feel. Awesome work, my friends. Now we're going to take a deep breath in to bring our torso back up to all fours. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So curl your toes under, frame your hands and feet, and bring your hips up. From here, we're going to prepare for our peak poses, Warrior 3, Standing Splits, and Half Moon. Take a few breaths here. In Down Dog, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat, finding a little release in the low back, shaking your head yes and no in Ragdoll, clasping to each elbow with each hand and rocking side to side with your knees slightly bent. From here we inhale and lift halfway, nice long back, and we exhale and fold. Inhale, we roll all the way up, lifting our hands towards the sky, and now we exhale, bring our hands to our hearts. Take a breath here. Go ahead and look forward and find a point that you can focus on. Make sure you have plenty of space. All right, my friends, make sure the feet are hip width apart. Have a slight bend in the left knee. Inhale, lift the hands and the right knee up high. Begin to tilt your hands forward, bringing your front foot back now. Having it parallel to the floor. Anchor the toes down, having that focal point forward that you're looking at to keep you focused and balanced. And have the abdominals activate here, breathing deep. You got this. Having your focal point be your guide here. Having your hands nice and wide, keeping the heart space open. We're going to now exhale, bring the palms to the mat. Bringing ourselves into half splits here. Lifting that back foot as high as you can or as high as reasonable. Be sure to keep that micro bend in the left knee. Now we prepare for our half moon, bringing your left palm to the center of the mat, parallel with the left foot. We're going to unravel the right hand to reach up towards the sky. Your right leg still extended, toes facing forward in front of you. Using your abdominals, we're going to have your right hand pull you all the way up into starfish. We exhale, go down to goddess, inhale starfish, peek if you need to. Exhale goddess pose, cactus arms. Inhale starfish, reach. Exhale cactus arms. Drop the tailbone a little deeper. We stay here for a few moments. Breathe. And then we inhale starfish. We heel toe our toes together, meeting back in the center, turning to our right this time. We're going to repeat our peak poses on the opposite end. Inhale, reaching the hands up high. Bring our hands to heart. Notice how you feel. Now with a micro bend in your right knee, inhale, lift the hands high, lift the left knee parallel to the sky, begin to tilt forward, find your focal point, keep your eye on that focal point, extend that back leg slowly, keeping your toes anchored down. using your abdominals to keep you steady. Keep your hips nice and even here. Arms out in front of you, parallel to the ears, keeping your gaze forward. Breathe. You got this. Lifting that heel, you got this. Keeping a micro bend in the right knee, and then lower. Exhale, hands to the mat. Now bringing ourselves into half splits, you can lift that back foot up even higher, keeping a micro bend in the right knee. You can even wrap your hands around that foot that's grounded if that's suitable for you. Everyone's different. But preparing for half moon, bring your right palm to the center and unravel, reaching your left hand up high this time, using your abdominals to help you. You may feel a little different. You may feel a little off balance here, but this is a chance to even things out here. Having your toes pointing in front of you, abdominals nice and engaged, using your left hand now to pull you back up into starfish. Wide legs, arms out to either side. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, bringing your arms to cactus, your knees bent with goddess pose. We inhale to starfish, exhale, goddess pose, starfish pose, and goddess. Now this time we inhale, reach up, exhale, hands to heart, pivot your back foot and your front foot to the left, and make sure your hips are even. We're going to arch ourselves down to triangle, planting the right palm either on the mat or on a block, and extend the left hand up high. Triangle pose. Now switch, plant the left hand and extend the right hand up high. Breathe, keeping your abdominals active. Now using that right hand to pull yourself up, we're going to pivot to the opposite direction. Peek if you need to. Feet parallel, tilt your torso forward, plant the right palm onto your mat or block, or place on your fingertips and extend the left hand up high. Now we switch. We place the left fingertips down, extend the right hand up high for a twist on our triangle pose, keeping your abdominals active. Breathe. Now place the palms down. Walk your palms back to center, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, reaching all the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart. Now keep your feet pointed outward, hip a little more than hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach up and down to goddess pose. We're going to reach up back to starfish, exhale, goddess pose, and do one more starfish, big breath, big stretch, and then we exhale to goddess. From here, we're going to stand all the way up to wide-legged Tadasana. Hinge at the hips, hands guided on your hip points right here, and we go all the way to wide-legged forward fold. Bringing your hands parallel or in line with the feet. Now you may be in a different place. Your hands may still be before you. They may not make it to the mat, which is fine. Have a slight bend at the knees, but allow your head to relax completely and fully forward. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And this time with your toes outward, we're going to exhale, bring our hips all the way down. And we're going to meet in garland pose. Tailbone reaches all the way down, elbows in the center, in between your knees here. Now you can bring your thumbs to your heart space here, peek if you need to. Or if you need support, you could place your palms down, keeping your hips nice and open. This is an excellent hip opener before we begin our floor work today. So I recommend you doing this if possible. If not, you could take a restorative stance and simply sit in cross-legged seat. When you're ready, bring your hands behind you and guide your hips to the mat. We are now sitting on our mats at this point. Now preparing for abdominal work in boat pose, lift one leg up parallel to the mat and the other while on our hips, hands lift up one at a time, or your hands may, for support, stay on the mat. Go ahead and drop one toe down at a time, switching and alternating, breathing deep, keeping your heart open here. We're going to lower each foot down. Take your time here to feel the most of this practice. For a little more, we're going to take a breath in and give yourself a hug. Bring the knees to the chest and out. We breathe in and open the arms out wide, straighten the legs, and exhale, give yourself a hug. And repeat. We inhale out wide, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then we exhale, bring the knees into the chest, our final time. All right, we're going to roll onto our mats, hold onto your thighs and gently roll back. You can give yourself a hug right now if you want to. Bring your knees in towards the chest. And from here, we're going to do some yogi bicycles, which is like normal bicycles, but a little slower. Place your hands behind your head, interlace, extend the left leg, right knee bent, and put opposite elbow to opposite knee. Right elbow to left knee, right leg extends. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, left leg extends. And switch and breathe, switch and breathe. I breathe in between the switch, and when the leg is fully elongated, I exhale. Inhale, reach. Inhale, reach. Take your time. We got a couple more. You got this. Nice, slow, and controlled. Awesome. Give yourself one more big hug. And now give yourself some knee circles. Holding on to your knees, rotate the lower half of your body one direction and another to give your lower back a wonderful massage here. And from here, we're going to do a figure four. Cross the right leg over the left knee, grabbing hold of your thigh, reaching in from the hole on with your right hand, holding onto your thigh and pulling it inward. Now cross your legs, open your arms out wide, letting them fall out, and then use your left hand to guide your right leg over to the left side for your supine twist. Take a couple of breaths here, looking past your right hand. Your arm can be in Texas T or completely straight out. Allowing yourself to keep both shoulder blades anchored down to the mat. And when you're ready, unravel, bringing your knees back to center, uncrossing the legs, and figure four the other side, crossing your left leg over the right knee, bringing yourself to thread the needle and bringing the knee in towards the chest. It stretches the lower the lower back body. It should feel really good. Maybe slowly roll from side to side in this posture, keeping your toes nice and active. Breathe deep. And when you're ready, release. Cross that left leg over the right. Scoot your bum a little to your left and allow your legs to fall to the right side. Allowing your right hand to guide your left knee over. Extend the left hand out, looking at the left palm. Breathe deep into this twist. All right, unravel. We're going to prepare ourselves for a bridge pose here. So go ahead and have your knees bent flat on the feet flat on the mat, bringing your heels a little closer to your hips. We're going to simply scoop our tailbone up, using your palms to guide you. Press into the mat. Imagine your tailbone reaching towards your kneecaps. Shimmy your shoulder blades in together and interlace the hands behind your hips for a little extra stretch. Your heart reaches towards your chin, chin reaches towards the sky, hips lifting, squeeze the glutes, press into the mat, and exhale, release. Okay, my friends, we've come this far. We're going to do one more, okay? So press into your palms, scoot the tailbone to reach towards the kneecaps, press into the mat, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, shimmy the shoulders in together. Now, for a little extra, you could bring your palms in underneath your hips for an extra lift, keeping your heart reaching towards your chin, chin towards the sky. Your elbows being your support here. Squeezing those glutes, tailbone reaching towards the kneecaps, breathing deep, and exhale, gently roll it down. Very nice. Give yourself a little windshield wiper, extend the feet to the right outside edges of the mat, and sweep your knees left and right. Now moving to happy baby, you could take your peace fingers and reach to your big toes. Imagine your tailbone reaching to the bottom short edge of the mat and kick one foot up at a time. You should feel really good with the hamstrings after all this work. After alternating, you can simply hold into the pose here. Find some stillness. Then gently allow your legs to fall into butterfly position, supine butterfly, or dragonfly, or cobbler. We're going to breathe here, find some stillness, being present in the moment. To promote mindfulness of the breath, I invite you to bring your left palm onto your heart center, right palm onto your low navel. Breathe into these spaces, find space, find softness with each exhale. Take your time, really feel the present moment, find ease. Okay, my friends, we are moving into our final resting posture. We made it. Extend one leg out at a time, nice and slowly. We're going to make sure we're nice and centered on the mat. Bringing our palms to either side, facing towards the sky. Maybe shimmy the shoulders underneath the heart space. Breathe here. Allow yourself to fully and completely melt into the mat. To be still but present, hovering on the edge of consciousness, being aware, but letting go of what doesn't serve you in the present moment, allowing yourself the time to take in the nutrients of your practice. Many yoga classes conclude with this pose, Savasana, because it helps the body take stock of what it has just completed in the past hour, helps the body find mediation and meditation, recirculates the air, and brings balance. I'll conclude in speaking until the end of this practice, so you can take the time to find ease in yourself, to be with yourself, to simply just be. Just be with the breath. As things come into the mind, let it go, let it flow away like a river. As you breathe in lots of love. As you breathe out, share that love with someone, and just be. I'll conclude at the end, but just be for now. right, my friends, let's bring our awareness back into the space. Begin by wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the ankles and the wrists. When you're ready, let's roll on to our favorite side. Maybe you stay here, allowing your arm to be your pillow for a moment. When you're ready, press up into seated, cross-legged seat, and we conclude in gratitude simply by bringing your hands to your heart space and bowing, being grateful, and we say the yoga word, Namaste. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you guys again very soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day.